It's been nearly 8 months now since those officers jumped in and ended that pursuit and shootout. The crime spree and chase last September started in Mansfield when officers responded to a carjacking at a gas station and bank robbery. Before it was over, police say the suspect robbed another bank in Arlington and carjacked a brand new BMW from a dealership. The rolling gunfight and high-speed chase started and ended minutes later with a violent crash in Arlington. James Rose spoke with two of those honored officers today and has a story you'll see only on Fox 4. James.
Steve, the Medal of Valor is one of the highest awards a police officer can receive. And after visiting with these officers today, it became clear to me both of them consider being a police officer a calling. And not only are they willing to risk their lives to make citizens safer, they did it last September.
My guardian angel was on my shoulder.
If I hadn't have moved, he would have run over me.
Arlington Police Chief Will Johnson presented Sergeant Richard Grimmett and Officer Charles Crawford the Medal of Honor for their exceptional bravery and courage, risking their lives to bring an end to a violent one-man crime spree in 2 cities last September. 38-year-old Dylan Perry, police say, carjacked 2 people, robbed 2 banks, and got into a rolling gun battle with Arlington police before it finally came to an end with a head-on crash that injured 3 innocent people inside of a pickup truck.
I've timed it, and the entire encounter was less than 4 seconds.
Sergeant Grimmett, a 32-year veteran of the department, was the first officer fired on as he got out of his squad car.
He simply leaned out of the car and turned his body back so that he could fire on me from a seated position.
Grimmett returned fire, then chased Perry with his shot-up squad car. Seconds later, police say Perry drove in a circle, opening fire on officers again, this time at the crowded intersection of Division and Cooper right in front of the Arlington police station.
And all of a sudden, he makes a U-turn in the middle of the road and like this comes out with a gun and just starts shooting at the police in the middle of the road right here.
And then I heard the second exchange. Officer Adams comes on the radio, and again, by his demeanor, I can also tell they're saying shots fired, shots fired.
Special Operations Officer Charles Crawford knew potential harm was coming his way on West Division Street.
I was also concerned, knowing he had the pistol and already used it twice, that he'd also just drive by and shoot at me as he went by.
Crawford says he fired on Perry, striking him at least once in the head, but had no idea how close he'd come to being run over until he reviewed the dash camera video.
I actually had to shoot while backpedaling, and when I fired my last shot, he passed within 3 feet of me.
You can see from this store surveillance video, Perry sped off. The collision with the pickup happened just off camera. But seconds later, you see a swarm of other officers moving in to arrest Perry.
God gifts us with the ability to step in and do what we do for the sake of our community and our department.
I think it takes a calling, kind of like being a preacher, to do this job.
Now, actually, there were 3 men that received the Medal of Valor. Officer Cody Adams was also shot at that day. He was not here for this morning's presentation because we're told that he was at the hospital. His wife is having a baby. Now, I can also tell you an update on Dylan Perry. He is still being evaluated mentally to see if he is fit to stand trial. Steve?
All right, James Rose, Arlington, thanks.